thanks very much for joining me again. Today I'm going to discuss entering film festivals. I just finished another short film last week, You're Not Alone, and I entered it to a bunch of film festivals, and I do this on a regular basis. Whenever I have a short film, I'm entering it into film festivals. So I'm just going to take you through what I use, which is Film Freeway. A lot of you guys might use it already, but I'm just going to show those that don't how it works, and we'll just go through the process of finding film festivals and then entering a film into the festival. So let's go check it out and I'll walk you through it. So the very first thing we're going to do is just find Film Freeway, just Google it. There we go. I'm on it all the time, so it's remembered me, and there we go. First of all, let's have a look at my profile. You get to set a profile up. There I am, and it will have all your filmography, the projects that you upload, they're all there, and it's got all your awards. You can write yourself a bio, etc., etc. So that's all in your profile. If we just go out, then how it works is you upload your projects. Here are my projects here. Well, let's have a look at the last one I've uploaded. I've just uploaded You're Not Alone last week, and we can click on it to have a look. You upload the MP4 of the video. You can add a trailer there. I haven't added one. Your poster, still photos from your movie, I still have to go and add the rest of them there. There's my bio pic, and I have to go and copy and paste my biography across. Any reviews that you get and files and attachments, everything can go actually into the little folder which is for that project. So that's how the projects work. If you go back to here, when you enter a movie, it keeps tabs on how many you've entered. So here with A Walk on the Wild Side, I've entered 276 were not selected. So I've entered that plus the rest of these, so probably close to 300. One award I won. I was a finalist in 2, a quarter-finalist in 1. I was nominated in 1 and selected for another 5. So these are separate from these. So that's 5 selections plus award winner, 2 finalists, quarter-finalist, nominee, etc. So probably if you add that up, it's probably about 11 or so out of about 280. So about 3.5% selection rate. And then your actual success rate is even lower. So I found that consistently through all the films that I've done. Now you see here, I've got some Train Spotter. I put into Chinese, French, Spanish, Italian. I got a semi-finalist in Italy for that. So there's various versions. The same with Painter in Paris, Man Walks Into the Bank. I did that in Mandarin, and etc. So this one, The Painter, Mount Rushmore, I entered it into 225 plus 11, 12, 15, 16, so about another 20. So 245, got selected for 11 plus that, about 20. So almost, I'd say about 8% selection rate there, which was actually quite good. One award, 3 finalists, 2 semi-finalists, 1 quarter-finalist. So not bad on that one there. Probably the best one was my first one, which was A Man Walks Into the Bank. I entered it on 266 plus all these. That's about 20. It's about 25. So about 290, and got selected for 16, 22, 290. So about 7% selection rate, which is not bad. Got a win there, a 1-1. A finalist, 2 semi-finalists, and the rest not. So it keeps tabs on your success rate here, on every project that you upload. And then the big thing is to actually find the festival. So you go into this tab here to browse the festivals. You can go and look for a festival there. So let's go and look for one that I often enter, Kofi. There it is there. And then you can go select on the festival, and it's got all the information here. Kofi actually isn't open at the moment, but it's got all the technical stuff that you need to know to enter what they're looking for. It's got all the reviews at the bottom. These are very, very handy. Kofi got 4.5 stars. I'm surprised I didn't get 5. And then when you enter entries for this one is closed, but when you enter this one's closed as well, it'll be down there. So let's go and look for some festivals to enter. So what I do is I go and event type. I only look for the entries that are still open. I look for film festivals. You can do music contests, photography. There's a lot more here. Online festivals and award events. Not really. I want real film festivals. And then you've got your categories here. Now, obviously, we're in animation, so I'll go for that. But also, I'll go for shorts as well. You've got experimental, perhaps, TV, screenplay. That's all down here. And then down here, you can select what entry fee range you want to be within and how many years the festival's been running, project runtime, festival focus. You can choose your country, so you could look for just South American film festivals. You can set your completion date. That's one thing with a lot of these festivals. They want films made within a certain time period. Most of them don't want old entries. So there's a time limit there. So that'll be a way to search them. There's entry deadlines and event dates. So you can go and punch in a lot here. I don't use this much because I'm looking for global film festivals. I'm looking for as many as I can to enter. And the one that I do constrain is entry fees. I don't want to pay a lot of money for entry fees, so I'll take it down to $20. I sometimes take it up, I sometimes take it down. $20 is, you don't get many, but that's also not a bad thing because there's about 10,000 film festivals that are listed here. It's phenomenal. Now, if you think about that 10,000, that's about 30 a day. So there's about 30 film festivals a day globally, but most of them won't be of any interest to you. So don't worry about that. I'll probably enter about 100, 200, probably 300 film festivals a year. That's probably it. So out of 10,000. So don't worry about the big number. And then we can do a search and let's see what it's coming up with. There's one in Switzerland, one in Hong Kong, Croton Films, 3 Philly Showcase. Let's have a look at the one in Philly. We like Philly. And you can either go to the View Film Festival and it's all here, or you can just go straight into Submit Now. So let's have a look at this one. It's got 5 stars, which is good. You can read the write-ups if you are interested in entering. Down here on the left is where they put their details. So then Chestnut Street, Philadelphia. And another one I look at is how long have they been running for? 8 years. I like to enter film festivals that are very established. You get a lot of, in that 10,000 that I mentioned, you get a lot of very new ones. It's their first year, sometimes second year. I like to enter film festivals that are at least 5 years old because they're established and they're the real deal. So let's have a look at what we can enter here. Local, okay, this is all local. So Philadelphia is a local event. So Philadelphia isn't going to be for us. Let's have a look for something else. Indie film, Utopia, international experimental film, Puerto Rico. Okay, here we go. Now this one I've already submitted to, and I submit every year. It's in Forlì, Italy. Animare Cartoon Film Festival. So let's have a look at this one and submit your film. So here is where you would click that, and here's all my films listed on Film Freeway from the very first one, which was A Man Walks Into the Bank. Every project I've ever put on Film Festival, is here. You can go and take them out. You can go and edit some of these out or weed them out, but I've left them all in. So this one you've previously submitted. You may submit again if you wish, because I submitted this last week. So no, I don't want to do that. So let's just find Train Spotter with no audio. It's free and it's going into the category of animated shorts for children. And if we hit that button, it'll add it, and you can go through. What I usually do, just to let you know how I do this, is I usually do this once a month. And I will do, say, the whole of May. This date here is when the next deadline is. and you can go up here and adjust it to final deadlines, next deadlines. So final deadlines is also a way to work. You'll see today comes up tomorrow, today, a few days time. So you can work it like this, and I'll come in and I'll do a whole month. So I'll work through a whole month worth of, so I'll go to the end of May and I'll enter all the film festivals that I want to out of this all the way up to the end of May, and you'll see there's tons. So the criteria to find out of the 10,000 to find maybe 100 or a couple hundred that you want to enter is down here on the left. Just select, try and narrow it down. Definitely animation and short is what I'm looking for. You can narrow it down. If you take that down to 0, it's even less. So if we put that down to 0 here, or even 10, there's even less films here that'll come up. Alright, so what I did is I entered that one, so it puts it up into the cart here. So if we go click on that cart, it says your cart summary. You've got one project, Animari cartoon film project. It's costing you nothing. The R is rands. That's our currency here in South Africa, rand. You can add your Film Freeway Gold, which gives you some benefits. And otherwise you can just go and click that and it will enter. What am I entering here? No audio regulated. Okay, I'm not going to enter this because I've already entered, I think, 1 or 2 here, so I'm not going to enter. Oh heck, let's just enter it and follow this through. So it goes thank you, and then when you go check your email, it'll pop up in your email that you a receipt and you've entered this. Now if you want to go and withdraw, that's also pretty easy to do. You can go here to your submissions tab and it'll show you everything that you've submitted. You can see I've submitted a lot over the years. 1 or 2 get selected. Let's go and find the most latest one. I had it there. Let's just go to the first page and find what we've just added here. There it is, Animari. Okay, so if you want to withdraw, you can just go and withdraw from festival there. You can also, during the process of entering, you can also go and add cover letters to your submissions, and I advise to do this as much as possible. I don't always do it, but you can personalize it, put in a cover letter, give them your motivation, keep it short, because there are, on most film festivals, between 1,500 to 3,500 submissions, so they've got to work through a lot of films. So keep everything short and to the point, and you can archive this as well. We are going to withdraw, so I'm just going to click that. And are you going to? Yes, and we have withdrawn, so now it will put a little withdrawn thing up there. Okay, so that is Film Freeway, and when I started using this, it really does open you up to the world of film festivals. So most people are on it now. Most people that are submitting are using film festivals. There are other ones. I've looked at a few other ones, but Film Freeway really is, I would recommend it. It's probably the most well-known festival app or site to enter film festivals. Okay, and that's it. Thanks very much again for dropping into my animation channel, and as usual, please go and subscribe if you haven't. Sign up for my newsletter, and otherwise keep animating out there, and I will hopefully see you soon. All the best. Bye.